let's look at how to use co-host and multi-guest on TikTok Live Studio. This includes live matches, which is often just called battles, and it works on PC and Mac. If you need any help setting up Live Studio, or if you need to unlock access, then I recommend you watch my beginner tutorial, which is on my channel and in the description. Let's firstly just quickly talk about what co-host and multi-guest are. And I'll actually start with the differences here. Co-host is meant for streamer to streamer interaction, and you can have up to 4 different people on co-host. And this is where live battles, aka live matches, lives. Whereas multi-guest, this is for streamer to viewer interaction. So you as the streamer are the host with up to 8 viewers, aka guests. But of course, this one doesn't have matches, aka battles. Now, if we go to the top, there is many similarities. So with TikTok Live Studio, you can literally show anything on your PC while you're doing both co-host and multi-guest and battles. That means you have access to all of Live Studio's sources. So the simple sources are things like cameras and display capture, but it also includes things like TikFinity to help improve your engagement. And you can't switch scenes while you're doing co-host or multi-guest, but what you can do is just add new sources in, which will have the same effect. So as I said earlier, I'm going to assume you have some basic knowledge of Live Studio, and watch my beginner guide in the description and on my channel if you don't. And like I said, you can put anything on the screen. We're going to use a simple setup like you're seeing here, just with our camera. You can see I've also added TikFinity in, which we'll mention at the end. But just briefly, let's pretend we don't have the camera added. How do you add it? Well, if you can't see it, make sure scene layout has been clicked. Under these sources, press the plus button, look for the camera option, press add. You can use a virtual camera if you have one, or you can just use a regular camera like my stream cam, and you go through the different options and then just add the source, and of course just click on it to resize it. So I'll make mine full screen, and then I'll just drag it to center it. Finally, I'm going to drag it to the bottom of the list and then just lock it into place. And we're now ready for both co-host and multi-guest. So let's start with co-hosting. And of course, this is where you do live battles, which is called live matches. Now, where is the option to do this? Well, if you can't see it, you click on tools in the bottom left. You can either click it or just hover above and drag it up. If you fully click it, it opens all of the options, but you can't see your scene layout if you want to change any options. So I like to drag it down a little bit, maybe halfway down. And of course, it is the co-host option. So you can click on it, but when you're not live, you're not going to see much. So we'll just click out of it. Before we go live, we'll just test our audio. So I've just muted my microphone for the purposes of this video, but make sure you click this settings cog and you have the correct microphone. I do recommend a headset, so click the settings cog next to audio and add your headset. And if you scroll down and open advanced settings, you can tweak these advanced settings as well. And you can run a test and just speak to hear what it sounds like. So again, I'm going to actually go live because this is going to help us show how multi-guest and co-host works. So I'll just put some text on the screen for the people watching so they're not confused. So let's start by looking at co-host and how to set up a live match, aka battle. To start with, underneath tools, I'm going to click on co-host. And we've got 2 tabs. We have the invite tab and the settings tab. I found that the default options were fine, but you can change these if you want. And if we click into this layout setting, I just left it on standard. I couldn't even select the other one. But as we'll see later, you can literally show anything on your screen, including gameplay. So let's head back to invite. And this is where you can invite your fellow creators. So you can say I've got friends and suggested creators. I'm going to invite my friend WG Mojo. Let's invite him. And here he is. He looks a lot like me, I would say. But you can see what we've now got in the bottom left is a few more options. So we might want to drag the tools up a little bit more. And let's start with how to do a battle. Well, you can see in the bottom left, it says challenge creators to a live match. To start with, we've got this drop down list where we can set it based on the gifts. I'll leave it on all gifts and press get started. I have accepted the live battle on my other account. And as you can see, the battle has now begun. As per usual, you can monitor everything on the right hand side here. I can see, even though I'm testing, Flash has just sent me a rose. Thank you, Flash. And while you're in the battle, you can still click on co-host on the left to control everything. And in the bottom left corner, we also have some live match options, which includes the ability to leave the match early, which will end the battle. So let's click it just to show what it looks like. So I press leave match. The opponent will automatically win. Thank you everyone for the gifts, and we press quit. The other option you have available while you're doing co-host, you don't have to do it, is this take the stage option in the bottom left corner. This allows the 2, 3, or 4 people on the co-host to perform for up to 90 seconds each. So let's look at that. It's pretty simple. You just click on it and press get started. Now it might be a bug. I could only see it after I'd done a live battle. And you can see on the screen now, it started a so-called show where I have 90 seconds on my live studio to perform my show. And then it would switch to this one, which is me on my phone, where I'd perform the show there as well. Now, of course, I'm not actually going to run through it. And by the way, at any point, you can press this question mark in the bottom left and TikTok will show you an explanation of each feature. But for now, let's just end the show, or take the stage as it's called. And it actually starts a 60-second final call, which you can't end unless, of course, you end your stream. And then if you want to fully end the take the stage feature after the 60 seconds is over, you just press quit in the bottom left. As it says, the co-hosting continues. So now we're just back to a normal co-host. And let's end this co-host segment by just looking at all the settings. If you want to see all of your co-host settings, you just click on co-host underneath tools. And again, you don't have too many settings. We just go through any settings you want to change. And when you're ready to end, inside these settings, you just press end co-host. So let's now look at the multi-guest feature. Just before we get to that, if you've found this valuable, then you can find even more value on my Patreon page, which is called the Live Success Academy. The posts on there are designed to help you grow as a streamer and a content creator. And of course, it supports my work as well. I'll link it in my bio, on the screen, and in the description. As mentioned earlier, multi-guest is for streamer to viewer interaction, and therefore it doesn't include the live battles, but it does include a similar show type feature, and you can have up to 8 viewers. So once again, I'm just going to go live to test it. So now that we are live, once again, underneath tools on the left to start a multi-guest, you just click on multi-guest. And although it's grayed out, you can click on all of these options on the left. I think that's bad design by TikTok. It is all clickable. One of the options you're probably interested in is layout underneath the settings option, where you've got 2 different layout options. You've got panel, or you've got grid. Grid seems the most commonly used one, but you can change it while you're live and just find out what you prefer. You can change the requests to be follower only, for example. You can set it so mods can manage guests. So that opens the mod panel. You click on each individual mod and you allow them to manage and start as well if you want. It looks like, unfortunately, you do have to click on each individual mod to do that. And then heading back into multi-guest, when you're ready to invite people, you just either click invite here or click the red invite button, and it opens up a panel of eligible viewers. So let's once again invite this WG Mojo guy by clicking invite. He gets a pop-up on his phone, and if I close the options here, you can see he's now joined, and he has the ability to join with or without his camera, and he can also mute or unmute his microphone. So we've muted his microphone, and you have various controls over this. So firstly, if I just hover over him, you can see the 3 dots in the top right corner. For example, I can expand him, or I can click off and shrink him again. I can, of course, expand myself as well. You can also forcibly turn off the guest's camera. You can also forcibly mute them. So if I unmute, I can click and mute, and I've turned off the microphone. And of course, you can click on each individual block, and it once again just opens the invite panel. You also maybe saw there, you can get pop-ups. They appear on the left side where viewers are requesting to join. And you can manage every viewer you've got by clicking on multi-guest, and underneath manage guests, you once again have all of the different options, including disconnect to kick them. So let's look at the one feature that multi-guest does have. Again, this is optional. This is the live show option. Once again, it will pop up in the bottom left corner. So you just press start show, and you as the host can't join in with the show, but you are hosting a show and you can choose the amount of time. And basically each of these guests here will have this amount of time to perform their show, and you can choose any of the options you want and press start show. You can see we've got a little showtime counter, and it's now time for the first person show. And again, there's only one guest here, but it would cycle through each guest. You can click the options on the bottom left corner to control the live show. And again, if you want to end it early, you just press end show and end, and it just goes back to regular multi-guest, where once again you have control of the multi-guest stream by either clicking on the dots or clicking on multi-guest, where you have full control within these settings. Now, speaking of the settings, when you want to end the multi-guest, you just press disconnect all, or like we said, you can kick individual viewers. So disconnect all will end the multi-guest, but of course it keeps you live. Now, as I mentioned at the start, you can literally put anything on the screen with Live Studio, and that includes TikFinity's alerts for engagement. So I'm just going to show you a quick example. This is a very basic TikFinity alert. This is an alert for a follow. And there's another quick example. You can see here, I've put one of my computer monitors on the screen, so you can literally game while you're co-hosting and multi-guesting. Gaming's just an example. You can do literally anything that you do on a PC. So if you want more info about both setting up TikFinity and setting up Live Studio, you can watch the videos on the screen.